outside there for the Godfather. I'll have to tell you that story sometime. Welcome to this edition of the Morning Brew, net number 1245 on 6/26/26. And what kind of announcements do we got? Well, the 20-meter net went pretty well yesterday, with propagation being pretty crazy anyhow. We still ended up getting like Utah, Colorado, northern Arizona, so we had pretty good fun with that. And tonight got the Youth Net come in and support them on this frequency here. 8 p.m. will be the Youth Net, and they usually have a lot of fun. And on that note, today's question is, have you ever ridden a horse? I saw my dad's saddle in the garage yesterday, and I figured, well, I better get away from the vehicle questions for a while, and garage and all that, tools and stuff. So we'll go with, have you ever ridden a horse? And yes, I've ridden quite a few. And what I'll do is start off with the 20 text check-ins, and then we'll call for mobiles, and we'll put those mobiles in first, then I'll do the 20 text check-ins, and then we'll do general check-ins and mix those in with the other text check-ins. So stand by. See if I get my logbook here. We got Chuck, Newcastle, PA, W3CVE, Tim, KQ4EFY, Clark, KK7DY, Charles, KD2YUY, Mike, KB2UDB, Mark, KE2EDS, Stephen, WB3ILA, Carrie, GM5CAR, Bob, KA4RAK, Ed, KO4, K4POI, Joe, K9, oh my goodness, slow down, Raj. N3SQR, Paul, KG4GOQ, Lou, KA4EPS, Zach, KI6KQO, Joe, KM4W2WZD. Stand by, move my logbook here. Alright, I left off with Paul there, and let's go to Lou, KA4EPS, Zach, oh I did Zach already, yeah, Joe, K8UFM Randall, N0CKV Mark, KC2NJV Wayne, we got Joe, Franklin, Georgia, mobile already text, KQ4YYN, Roy, top of the list, KA8 BYU. Good morning, Roy, and have you ever ridden a horse?
Oh, good morning. Many times. Also got thrown a couple times from a horse. You.
It disappeared pretty quick there, Roy, and Vicky said I made your day because I didn't go to the mobiles first. Let me hit this mobile real quick here. Joe, Franklin, Georgia, KQ4YYN. Good morning, Joe. Joe, one more time. Are you there? KQ4YYN. Man, I put him front and center and he missed out. On that note, anybody mobile, come with your call sign. Try to spread them out for Vicky. Come with your call sign. November 8, Romeo, Echo, Juliet. November 8, Romeo, Echo, Juliet. In and out. Thank you.
K4GDS, K4GDS.
Taking mobiles. Anybody mobile for the East Coast Reflector Morning Brew? Come with your call sign twice and slow.
Whiskey 5, Golf, Hotel, Romeo. Whiskey 5, Golf, Hotel, Romeo, mobile.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Uniform X-Ray, Juliet. KQ4, UXJ, mobile, in and out.
Whiskey 4, Delta, Papa, Golf. Whiskey 4, Delta, Papa, Golf, in and out.
All right, grab those. Whiskey 4, Delta Papa Golf. Dwayne from Lexington, South Carolina, in and out. Have a good day there, Wayne. KQ4, UXJ. KJ, Charlotte, North Carolina, in and out. Have a good day there and safe driving. Brian, Katy, Texas, W5, GHR. We'll be right back to you. Gil, one of our team members here, K4, GDS. We'll be right back to you. And N8, REJ, Robert, Allen Park, Michigan, in and out. Thanks for joining us. And let's go to Gil. Morning, Gil, K4, GDS. Have you ever ridden a horse, Gil?
Good morning, Roger, Vicky, everyone else on the brew. Yes, I have. Matter of fact, first time I rode a horse, I got thrown from it. Still got back on it. K4 GDS, back to net.
Awesome, Gil. Thanks for joining us this morning. Have a great day. And this is KO4QMM, Roger in Central Florida. Let's move on to Brian, Katy, Texas, W5G. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Brew Crew. Yes, I have ridden a horse several times. Back to net control, W5 GHR.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. And I already got Joe. I tried for him. Wayne, Belmore, New York. We're starting with the text check-ins now. We'll run through those. KC2NJV. Good morning, Wayne.
Good morning, Roger, Justin, and the rest of the crew. Not only have I ridden the horse, but I've ridden a thoroughbred bareback. Because I used to work on a horse farm that bred. Have a great day.
That's a yes. Have a good day there. Mark, Plymouth, Minnesota, N0CKV. Good morning, Mark.
Morning, Roger, Vicky, Jeff, rest of the brew crew, everybody else on the net. No, unfortunately, I have not ridden a horse. Everybody have a great Friday and a great weekend. See you on Monday. N0CKV, back to net.
Have a good day there, Mark. Thanks for joining us. Randall, Brownstown Township, Michigan. Try to say that 3 times. KUFM. Good morning, Randall.
Good morning, Roger. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, rest of the crew. I don't think I've ridden a horse. So I'm going to say no to that. So with that said, this is KAUFM, back to net control. Everyone have a great Friday and even better weekend.
Thank you for that, Randall, and you do the same. And I think a horse is something you usually remember, and I'd pick a dirt bike over a horse any day because they got their own little brain going on, so that always made me nervous. Joe, Claremont, Florida, KM4WZD. Good morning, Joe. Have you ever ridden a horse?
Hey, good morning, Roger. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning to the crew. Yes, I have, although I will be honest with you, they were pretty mellow, kind of well-behaved trail rides. But yeah, it's actually a bucket list item for me. It's something I'd like to do a whole lot more. So yeah, you can put me down as a yes. Hey, everybody, take care. We'll talk again next week. It's KM4WZD. Back to net.
You got it, Joe. Thanks for joining us. I was just thinking that when they want to get back to the barn, they can do it in a hurry. Let's just say that. Zach, St. Cloud, KI6KQO. Good morning, Zach.
Good morning, Roger, Vic, and the Brew Crew. 73 degrees here in Florida Central, and yes, I have ridden a horse. My aunt is a team roper, so I ride whenever I wanted to. So everyone have a great weekend. Back to you, Roger, KI6KQO.
But yeah, one of my neighbors just bought a horse, and they go ride it. And that's another thing why I came up with this question. And now that I'm woken up a little bit, after me will be Jeff, KE0GKF. He'll do the second half of the morning net here. And there will be a second cup with Bill and Vicky, N2BH and KEAVKY. And Vicky's doing a wonderful job of logging as it is right now. Let's move on to Lou, Lake Worth, Florida, KA4EPS. Good morning, Lou.
Hey, good morning, Roger. Thanks for taking the nets. 80 degrees here in Lake Worth Beach, Florida. Yes, I have ridden a horse many times. My ex-girlfriend had, I think the horse was more important to her than I. But and I did a lot of riding in the mountains of Big Sky, Montana. So yeah, definitely a great experience. So 73 to you, and thanks again for taking the net, Roger. KA4EPS.
Thanks for that, Lou. I enjoy it, especially once I start waking up a little bit, get all this coffee going. Paul, Lake Worth, Florida, KG4GOQ. Good morning, Paul.
Roger, and good morning, Vicky. Good morning to the Brew Crew. KG4GOQ in Palm Springs, Florida. Yes, I have ridden a horse quite a few times. A lot of fun. Back to the net. This is KG4GOQ in Palm Springs, Florida.
Thanks for joining us, and I was still thinking about it. I'm pretty sure that guy said he's riding around the mountains of Montana. Man, does that sound beautiful. Thanks for joining us there, Paul. Have a good day. Joe, Deerfield Beach, Florida, N3SQR. Good morning, Joe. Have you ever ridden a horse?
Morning, Roger, Miss Vicky, and the rest of the crew. Yes, I've ridden horses many, many times. Very enjoyable. And although I did have one that bites, he used to bite a lot. So he bit me one time, and that was the end of his happiness. N3SQR, back to net.
Thanks for joining us, Joe. Have a good day there and try to stay cool. Ed, Lakahachi, Florida, K4POI. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Jeff. Vicky, you can hear my dog in the background. She wants out. Yes, I've ridden a horse, but I prefer the horses under the hood in my pickup truck. Okay, back to the net.
Yeah, dog probably sees a squirrel or something in the background there. Thanks for joining in. Have a great day. Bob, Jupiter, Florida, KA4RAK. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning. Yes, I have ridden horses for quite a while. Good morning, everybody. Have a great weekend. KA4RAK.
Right on, Bob. I think it was late 80s last time I rode a horse, so it's been a little while. Let's move on to Miss Carrie from Scotland, GM5CAR. Are you riding horses around them beautiful rolling hills in Scotland?
this turning. And the answer to the question there, Roger, is no. I prefer to ride around in my little car, a red Mini. Hope everybody's having a good day there, and great Roger and everybody on the Brew Crew today. 73 everyone, have a lovely weekend.
Always great hearing from you, Carrie. You have a wonderful evening there, and thanks for joining us. Steve in Easton, PA, WB3ILA. Good morning, Stephen. WB3ILA. You there, Steve? Well, we've been doing pretty good with no hit and misses here. Mark, one of our team members here, Elma, New York, KE2EDS. Good morning, Mark.
Well, good morning, Roger. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Brew Crew. Yes, I have ridden a horse. It was back in the 70s when I was a Boy Scout, but yes, I have. Have a great day. KE2EDS.
Right on, Mark. Yeah, my first horse I rode was back in the 70s. I think I was about 9 years old, and the horse's name was Thunder. Let's go to Mike Sebring, Florida, KB2UGB. You take some time from fishing and go a little horse riding, Mike?
Good morning, Roger, Vicky, the Brew Crew, and everybody else out there. Yes. Matter of fact, not only did I ride horses, but we owned 3 horses. We owned a draft horse, we owned a thoroughbred, and we owned a paint. So the answer would be yes today. And fixing right now, I just picked up the phone and set the pole down. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day. KB2 UDB, back to net.
Thanks for joining us, Mike. You have a wonderful day. And let's move on to Charles, Syracuse, New York, KD2YUY. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, Roger, Vicky, and everybody else listening in on the brew. And it would be a yes. Used to do a lot of trail riding. In fact, when my wife and I were dating, it was our second date, was horseback riding, trail ride. 73, all back to net control, KD2, YUY.
Sounds like some great memories going on there, Charles. Thanks for joining us. Clark, Phoenix, Arizona, KK7DY. Good morning, Clark.
Good morning, Roger, Vicky, the rest of the Brew Crew. Yes, I was a wrangler at Philmont Ranch, so I have ridden a horse. Back to net control, KK7DY.
Wow, pretty cool. Sounds like you've ridden a lot of horse. Have a good day there, Clark. Thanks for joining us. Tim, KQ4EFY. Good morning, Tim, from Columbia, South Carolina.
Thank you, Roger. This is KQ4EFY, Tim in Columbia, South Carolina. And yes, I've ridden the horse, and not just the horses out front of the Walmart. Back to net control.
Well, that's a different one. Thanks for joining us, Tim. Have a good day. My buddy Chuck from my hometown, Newcastle, PA, W3CVE. Chuck, it was around Walmo. If you know where Walmo area is, that's where I first rode my horse, 9 years old. To you, Chuck.
Good morning, Roger, Vicky, and everybody on the net. Yeah, I know where Walmo is. It's right down the road there from me, Roger. And yes, I did ride a horse. My grandfather had a big workhorse. Lived out there in Chenango Township, and pretty wide when you get up there. I was pretty young, and I got up on that horse there. but it reminded me of the Clydesdale horses. And with that, have a great day and a great weekend. W3CVE.
Awesome, Chuck. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, there was a lot of barns and hay barns, and it was a neat place. Enjoyed growing up there. We got Elmer, Allen Park, Michigan, K85NJU. Mobile, we'll get him in there, and then we'll call for general check-ins, and we'll blend those in with the other text check-ins. I'll go through those. Elmer, KB5NJU, good morning.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday from KB5NJU. Yep, I've ridden a horse, although I got bit by one when I was really young, so I tend to avoid them anymore. Little bit of a childhood trauma. Thankfully, I wasn't hurt, and neither was the horse. 730 KB5NJU Mobile, back to the net.
Thanks for joining us, Elmer. You have a wonderful day. This is KO42MM Roger in Umatilla, Florida, your net controller for the East Coast Reflector Morning Brew. I got to say a happy birthday to Bill from Palmyra, New York, and 2BH. Let's go ahead and get Bill up here. Have you ever ridden a horse, Bill?
Thank you, Roger. Oh, yeah, I've got family out in Colorado. They had a ranch and stuff, and yeah, whenever I went out there, I used to ride quite a bit. And 2BH.
Thanks, Bill, and you have a wonderful birthday there. And we'll probably talk to you on the second cup. Let me see. Man, Vicky, is all those text check-ins? Holy cow. Let's go ahead and take some general check-ins, and then I'll go through the whole list there. General check-ins. Come with your call sign twice and slow.
This is Kilo Charles 7, Foxtrot Bravo November. Kilo Charles 7, Foxtrot Bravo November. 4 miles, shorter time.
W8WHK, W8WHK. Victor Alpha 3, Kilo Tango Juliet, VA3, KTK.
November 6, Tango Bravo Delta, Papa, K9TV 86, EPP.
Kilo Juliet 5, Delta X-Ray Bravo, Kilo Juliet 5, Delta X-Ray Bravo.
Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Bravo Mike. Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Bravo Mike. Good morning.
Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor. Kilo Charlie 3, Lima Alpha Victor.
Foxtrot 8, Golf Tango Whiskey. Kilo Foxtrot 8, Golf Tango Whiskey.
All right, let me grab a hold of it right there. Kilo Fox KF8GTW David, Toledo, Ohio. KC3LAV Mike, Pennsylvania. KO4FBM Jose St. Cloud. N4RAG Roger Fort Lauderdale. KJ5DXB Frank Sugarland, Texas. K96PPP Chris, Maryland. K9TBD Joel, Easton, PA. VA3KTJ Jinsuk, Canada. W8WHK Bill, Fort Myers. And Mobile Rob Boca Raton, Florida, KC7FBN. Good morning, Rob. Since you're mobile there, Vicky's got you on top of the list. She's getting good at that, helping me. Have you ever ridden a horse, Rob?
Well, yes, I have. Only one time, but anyway, that was years ago, over 35 years ago. So what do you do? What do you do? So the question is, did you know that horse lovers are stable people? Anyway, good morning, everyone. Have a great weekend. 7-3 KC7FBN.
There's something out there for everybody. Thanks for joining us, Rob. And we'll go through these general check-ins, and don't be patient down there, text check-ins. We're getting to you. I see Duck on top of the list there. Bill, North Fort Myers, Florida, W8WHK. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. Let's see, it's 73 degrees and sunny. Been like that for the last couple of weeks. Wow. Anyway, yes, I rode a horse once. I was a teenager on a date, and it was a total disaster. I didn't get thrown, but man, it was horrible. I don't ever want to ride a horse. Motorcycles are better. Okay, back to you. This is W8WHK 7-3s, and everybody have a great weekend. Back to Net Control.
I have to agree with you, Bill, but I have had a few dirt bikes throw me. But that was on my fault. Have a good day. From Canada, VA3KTJ. Good morning, Jinsook. Have you ever ridden a horse?
Good morning, Roger, Vicky, and everyone in the net. This is VA3KTJ. Put me down for no column. I have never ridden a horse. Have a great day and great weekend, everyone. Back to Net Control. This is VA3KTJ.
Have a wonderful day, my friend. Thanks for joining us. Joel, Easton, PA, K9, TBD. Good morning, Joel.
Good morning, all. My adventure on a horse was no saddle and not check reined, and that was once, and once was too often. The gal that put me on the horse said, hold on to the mane when you go down that hill. I sure as heck had to. So that's my one experience. And like the other fellow said, I don't need another one. K9 TBD, back to Net.
You got it, Joel. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us. Chris from Maryland, N6PPP. Good morning, Chris. Have you ever ridden a horse?
Good morning to the Brew Crew. The closest I came was I think I took my mother's Mustang around the block once when it came home. But that's about it. 73 to everyone, and back to Net Control. This is N6 BPP.
Now, Chris, I was doing my best to stay away from car questions today and garage questions, so appreciate you bringing up that Mustang now. Have a great day. Frank, Sugarland, Texas, KJ5DXB. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning to you, Roger, Vicky, everybody in the Brew Crew. I have ridden a horse many moons ago. Thanks for the check-in. Everybody have a great weekend. KJ5DXB. Back to you, Roger.
Many moons ago. Must have been a paint horse. Figure that one out. Roger, my buddy from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, N4RHE. Good morning, my friend.
KO4QMM. Good morning, Roger. Your clever cousin. Good ears. A Teleco, yes. The hardest feat in all sport is the Triple Crown. The horse only gets one chance. Originally, the race was raced over 29 days. Today, race span, and they're thinking about increasing the span to 42 days. I have mentioned the time on the governor's huge white horse, and he bolted, jumped the railing, and ran into the street and traffic. The only reason he finally stopped was because traffic was blocking the road. I can still vividly hear the noise of his shoe on the paved road. Scary. November 4, Roger. Return to net.
Always a nice story to go along with it. Thanks, Roger, for joining us this morning. You have a great day down there. Jose, St. Cloud, Florida, KO4FBM. Good morning, Jose. Have you ever ridden a horse?
Good morning, Roger, Vicky, and the rest of the Morning Brew. Yes, I have, and we still own one horse out of 7. Back to you, 73.
7-3 to you too, Jose. Have a good day. And yes, there is a second cup today at 9 o'clock with Bill N2BH and Vicky KABKY. So come on back and have a little bit of fun with that if you have time this morning. Let's move on to Mike from PA, KC3LAV. Good morning, Mike.
Yes, sir, and a fine good morning to you. This is KC3LAV, Mike, Forward Township, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. We have a gentle rainfall happening now, and it's very, very nice gentle rainfall. Yes, we have ridden horses, never at a full gallop, but we've been on horses several times just for the fun of it. KC3LAV, back to net.
Well, heck yeah, for the fun of it, unless you're a cowboy out there doing some wrangling and stuff. Yeah, Pennsylvania seems like a good place for horse riding. Have a good day, Mike. Thanks for joining us. And the last of the general check-ins, and then I'll jump on them text check-ins, and we'll get ripping through those. David, Toledo, Ohio, KF8GTW. Good morning, David.
Good morning, everybody on the Brew Crew. So yeah, I definitely have ridden horses. When I was younger, my mom always loved having horses, and so we built corrals and round pens and carried food and hay and all the good stuff that goes with it. But every once in a while, it was time to just go out and ride, and that was really nice. So yes, KF8 GTW 73. Back to y'all.
Yeah, that's for sure. Not like having a dog or a cat around. Thanks for joining us, my friend. Have a good day. And this is KO4QMM Roger in Central Florida, your net controller for the East Coast Reflector. Let me do this text check-ins here. Let me start. And we got mobile KI5PMI. I'll be back to you, Bill. KE8SMN Jeff. KJ5LJJ Greg. KY4NB Scott. N3VGB Michael. W2RBC Randy. N8ZFH Gary. W2AJV Anthony. N3DQD Ray. N5GI Rick. KF8G JJ John. KBAC Al. KX9BBY Josh. KC3UUK Herbert. N4RSM Richard. KJ5MEL Jose. And hold on. And we've got Jose Michael, KF8EBV, Vince, KR4EMM, John, K5ORD, Lewis, AC2KW, KE2AJO, Jose, NA2B, Charlie, WA8PGV, Dan, WD8CZP, Ben, WD8KOB, Rod, AB4KT, Kenneth, and top of the list, Duck. Lake City, Florida, KK4, DUK. Good morning, Duck, and have you ever ridden a horse?
Good morning. This is KK4DUK. This is Duck. Yes, although I am a duck, I have ridden a horse one time and one time only, and I have not ridden one since then because I did fall off the horse. I didn't get hurt, but my pride was indeed hurt, so I never rode a horse again. Excellent question. KK4DUK, turning it back over to Net Control, 73, and quack, quack.
I understand, Duck. Them horses are up pretty high. It ain't like falling off a little bicycle either. And sometimes they can move pretty fast and turn pretty sharp. That's why I like dirt bikes. Thanks for getting in there, Duck. I tell you what, you wonder where all the ham radio addicts are? They're right here at the East Coast Reflector Morning Brew. Just had to throw that in there. Kenneth, the Village of Florida, AB4KT. Good morning, Kenneth. Have you ever ridden a horse?
Good morning from the Villages, AB4KT. I spent most of my adult life in the western U.S. where they rode high school rodeo on TV. I've known a guy that was a professional cowboy. I've known a guy that was a rodeo clown. I've known many people that did rodeo, and I have never ridden a horse. Nobody has ever invited me to ride a horse, so no. Everybody have a great day.
That's wild, Kenneth. All them people you know and never jumped up on a horse. Well, hope you get that chance someday. It's not too bad. Get a nice, mellow horse, that's for sure. Rod Madison, West Virginia, WD8KOB. Good morning, Rod.
Well, this is WD8KOB. Good morning. Well, here it is Friday once again. How about that? Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And my answer to the question is, yes, a Mustang, if that counts. Back to that, WD8KOB.
I got to ask, is that the Mustang horse or the Mustang car?
For company.
Thanks for joining. Have a good day. Ben, Winter Haven, Florida, WD8CZP. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning, Roger and Vicky and everyone on the Blue Crew and everyone in the Zoom. Happy birthday to Bill and to BH. And yes, I have ridden a horse. Vicky can log that in. And still looking at trying to get in on a repeater from here. But in the meantime, I'm on All-Star. 73s, everyone, getting ready for field day this weekend. This is Whiskey Delta 8, Charlie Zulu Papa, WD8CZP, Winter Haven, Florida. Back to Net Control.
You got it, my friend. Thanks for joining us. You have a good day there. Let's move on to Dan, Sterling Heights, Michigan, WA8PJV. Good morning, Dan.
Morning, Roger and Vicky and everybody on the brew. I would have to say no. Closest I've ever come to riding a horse was a pony when I was a little kid. That's you, WA8PGV.
That's pretty close. Almost. Have a good day. I got jumped down to Bill, Hobbs, New Mexico. Forgot about him mobiling along there. KI5 PMI. You there, Bill?
Good morning, Roger, everybody on the brew. I don't want to cheat the system and being mobile. I'm just about a half walking the dogs. I mean, technically I am, but I just don't want to cheat the system, you know. Yes, I've ridden a horse several times. Not any good at it, but it is fun. So I hope everybody has a great day. KI5 PMI, back to net.
Right on. I just try to keep everybody here, and yeah, portable, mobile goes to the top of the list if you ask me. Back to Charlie, Sun Center, Florida, Sun City Center, Florida, NA2B. Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning, Roger, and everybody on the net. Birdie and I in Tampa Bay. 78 this morning, got a little rain yesterday. Finally got some natural air conditioning, felt good. Response to the question, yes. Both ridden horses. Matter of fact, a few weeks ago, we stopped in Mexico, did a horseback ride out at the Japan, and got to go for a swim in a cenote. It was a pretty sweet trip. Thanks to what you do, and to be back to that.
Thanks, Charlie. You have a good day, and we do have some fun here. And this is KO4QMM, Roger in Central Florida. You're listening to the East Coast Reflector Morning Brew. Let's move on to Jose, Bronx, New York, KE2AJO. Good morning, Jose.
Good morning to you and everybody else on the net. Thank you for the net. Happy Friday to all. Safe travels. Have a great day at work. And the answer is yes. I've been horseback riding plenty of times. I go to East Pennsylvania where the scenic routes are beautiful and the weather's nice. Back on over to you. Have a great day on a great weekend. And 73 from K2HL.
Some more Pennsylvania horse riding. Thanks, Jose. Have a great day. Lewis, Mineola, Florida, AC2KW. Good morning, Lewis.
Good morning. This is AC2KW. Yeah, my family had horses in Idaho, and then I did some when I was in the service. Went down to Fayetteville, North Carolina, and a friend of mine had horses there, and we did a few. And then just a couple of years ago, we went to Lake Louisa out here in Central Florida and did some horseback riding. And this is AC2KW. Back to you.
Thanks for getting in there this morning, Lewis, and sharing your time with us. And yeah, up here at Ocala, Florida, there's a lot of beautiful horse farms. Had to throw that out. John, Arlington, Texas, K5ORD. Good morning, John.
K5ORD. Good morning. Roger, Vicky, and the Brew Crew. Yes, I have rode horses a few times in my life. My grandfather had a horse when I was a young lad. I heard other guys talking about Boy Scouts in Philmont. I was a Boy Scout, and I rode horses when I was in the Scouts summer camp, especially the one up in the Wasapee Scout Reservation, which used to be in Whitehall, Michigan. Rode horses in Mexico on vacation as a young adult, and that's about it. So happy Friday, everybody. Have a great weekend, and those doing field day, have fun. K5ORD.
You have a good day there, John. And yes, you just don't forget, I don't think riding a horse, the smells, the sounds, and just a good time there. Thanks for joining us. Vince, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, KR4EMM. Good morning, Vince.
Morning, Roger, Vicky, and everybody on the crew. If merry-go-rounds count, then yes. Have fun, have a great day. This KR4, wonderful weekend, and stay safe. Thank you. This is KR4. Yeah, back to you, Roger.
Hey, if that's the best you can do, Vince. Have a good day, my friend. Michael, Farmington Hills, Michigan, KF8EBV. With a place like that, Farmington Hills, Michigan, my goodness, you got to be a horse rider. How about it, Mike?
Roger, Vicky, yes I have, yes I have. Thanks for running the net, KF8EBV. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for getting in there, Mike, and appreciate all you texters having some patience there. You know how all these text check-ins. Jose, Austin, Texas, KJ5MEL. How about it, Jose? You ever been out there riding a horse?
Definite yes. Yes, indeed. Several times throughout the ages, and it's always been fun. I've even crossed a river on a horseback. Good morning, Roger. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, everybody on the net. God bless you and have a great weekend.
Same to you, Jose. Man, you were the real deal crossing a river with a horse. That sounds pretty cool. Thanks for joining in there. Richard, something South Carolina N4 RSM. Good morning, Richard.
Crew. Well, this is Richard N4 RSM. I used to ride horses a lot in my younger years. So thanks for running the net. Back to you.
Thanks for patiently being there. You have a good day, my friend. Herbert, West Milton, PA, KC3UUK. Good morning, Herbert.
This is KC3UUK, Herbert in West Mifflin. Yeah, in my youth as a lad, I did do some horseback riding, but not in my older years. So with that being said, everybody have a blessed day. Have a safe day. This is K.
Roger, Jeff, Vicky. No, I have not. But let me tell you something. I've watched a lot of movies where people ride, race, and even eat horses, and it seems to be quite an experience. So hopefully I'll try that sometime. Not eating the horse, of course, but the others. This is KX9 BBY. Back to net.
Right? Just think about all the junk they carried with them. They had 6 guns with them, backpacks, you know, on the back of the horse for their bedroll, lassos, rifles, and then they're running across the desert. Crazy. Let's move on to one of our teammates here, Al, Britain, Michigan, KABAC. We missed you yesterday morning, but propagation was crazy, man. I was getting people out west. I got Northern Ireland. We had a good time, though. To you, Al.
Good morning, Rob. Vicky, everybody on the Brew Crew. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to head into work yesterday morning quite early, so it was a long day, so I missed it all. Answer the question, I grew up across the street from a horse farm. I have rode horses probably before I could walk, but man, it's been years since I've been on a horse, and I wouldn't mind going riding a few more times. I used to love it. Back to you, Raj, KABAC.
Thanks for getting in there, Al. Yeah, and Scott from Iowa, he did some relaying for us, so it helped out a lot. So we had a good time. On to John, Middleton, Ohio, KF8GJJ. Good morning, John.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I've been horseback riding once down on St. Simon's Island, Georgia. Did a ride along the shoreline.
and had a good time. That's the only time I've been. Back to net control, KF8 GJJ. Have a good day, everybody.
You have a good day too, John, and we're hoping for some rain down here. Rick, the Villages, N5GI. You as dry as we are over here, Rick?
Good morning, Roger, Vicky. Happy birthday to W2BH, and wishing you many more. And yeah, we got some rain over here yesterday, Roger, which was nice. Didn't last long. It wasn't a lot, less than a quarter of an inch, but we'll take every drop we can get. To answer the question, yep, we rode a horse when we were living out in Colorado many years ago. Had a really great time. Friend had a ranch with some horses, and we really enjoyed the ride. With that, this is N5GI in the Villages. Back to net control.
Riding horses in mountains of Colorado. Boy, does that sound nice. Thanks for getting in there, Rick. And yeah, that rain just does nothing but keep our grass a little bit green. We need more, that's for sure. Ray, Beaver, PA, N3DQD. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Roger, Vicky, and the rest of the net. Yes, I have ridden horses. This is N3DQD back there.
Of course, Ray, you're in Beaver, PA. A lot of horse riding in PA. W2AJV, Anthony, New Jersey. Good morning, Anthony. W2AJV, you there, Anthony? Well, so far we're missing one. That ain't too bad. Gary, Woodhaven, Michigan, N8ZFH. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning. Good morning, Roger, Vicky, and the crew. And yes, I've ridden a horse many times. Most memorable is when it shook a kidney stone loose. Fortunately, I no longer drink much carbonated beverages, so knock on wood, haven't had that problem in decades. Looking forward to starting field day set up here in a few hours. Please check me in and out. N8ZFH, back to that.
Oh, that's a good one there. I haven't heard that one. Thanks for joining us, Gary. You have a good day. Now my buddy from West Seneca, New York, Randy, Mr. Patience, W2RBC. Good morning, Randy, and have you ever ridden a horse?
I drew Vicky and everyone on the Morning Brew. Yes, when I was young, I used to go ride with friends. It never was my favorite way to spend the day, though. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2RBC.
Thanks, Randy, for getting in there, and thanks everything you do for the ECR. Michael, Maryland, N3VGB. Good morning, Mike. N3VGB. You there, Michael? I don't blame you. It was quite the wait there. Thanks for getting in there. Scott, Memphis, Tennessee, KY4NB. Good morning, Scott.
Well, good morning, Roger, and everybody on the Brew Crew. KY4NB here from Land Elvis Barbecues, where the answer is yes. My grandfather on my dad's side was an avid trail rider, so I did learn a little bit there. And then Brook Hill Camp for Boys, so the horses, they were fun. Elvis had two horses, Rising Sun and Bear. Those were his two favorites, and he liked horses so much that he would meet the folks at the gates of Graceland on horseback in the old days. Trot down, greet them, and trot back up to the stables. And the stables are still there. KY4NB, back to net, Roger, and thanks for pulling me out on that HF net, not this week, but last week. I know you could barely hear me, but I appreciate that. KY4NB, back to net.
Oh yeah, we had fun digging you out of there, and I knew it was you. I recognized that call sign, so we always appreciate you getting in the 20-meter net. And for Elvis, yeah, I saw that on YouTube where him and his friends would ride up to the gate and signed autographs and talk to some people, and man, that guy was just cool all around. Thanks for getting in there, Scott. Greg, Mississippi, KJ5LJJ. Good morning, Greg.
Hey, good morning, Brew Crew. The answer to the question is no, I don't remember ever riding a horse. I could have when I was younger, but I don't remember. This is Greg, back to Unit Control, KJ5LJJ.
Thanks for getting in there, my friend. Let's move on to Jeff, Rochester Hills, Michigan, K8SMN. Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Brew Crew. This is KE8SMN. Yes, I did ride a horse. KE8SMN, back to net.
You got it, and it looks like Vicky snuck in a mobile down here. Ariel, Atchula, Florida, W4RHC. Good morning, Ariel. Have you ever rode a horse?
To all, this is to Lake City, Florida this morning. But yes, I sure have. My grandfather lived back in the country. My uncle had plenty of horses back in Cuba. So, yes, I sure did. Like the song does, Ryle, Cowboy. This is Whiskey for Rum, I-75. God bless you all. Take care. 73.
Thank you, Ariel. Have a good, safe trip there. And let's move on to Stephen, Easton, PA. WB3ILA. Good evening, or good morning, Stephen.
Yeah, that's actually kind of appropriate since I fell asleep in the ham shack overnight. I tried to change my name in the FCC to Steve. Steven seems like I'm getting yelled at, but we'll see what happens. But I have never rode an actual horse, just a little pony ride in the local fair, so that doesn't, I have to say no. Anyway, have a good weekend, everyone, and yeah, I'm getting ready for field day also. Take care, WB3ILA.
QSL Steve, Vicky put Steve on there, so that is what you will be called for now on. Thanks for joining us, and Pony is nice, safe ride, really. Daryl, Concord, New Hampshire, WB1DXN. Good morning, Daryl.
Hey, good morning, and I forgot your name now. Is it Bill? I'm not sure. I looked it up, but I apologize. Riding in on the Tex commuter train from Granite State, and I'm going to have to say no because I really don't remember. I know Grandpa had a horse, but I don't think we rode that horse because he wasn't around to do it. And I know my cousin, I think she did ride the horse. So back to net control. One thing. This is a field day weekend, so my mantra here is be aware of your surroundings. Look ahead, think ahead, plan ahead. Aware of any situation that you can jump out of the way. Don't get hurt. WB1DXN.
for that, Daryl. Today, my time's about done here. I got 2 left. I might as well knock them out, or they might be upset. There we go. I just want to thank everybody that joined with me today. We're going to go ahead and hand it over to Jeff, KE0GKF from Omaha, Nebraska. I want to thank everybody that joined in with me this morning. I had a lot of fun. Over to you, Jeff, 7-3.
Well, thank you, Roger. Good first hour there. Appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. This is Jeff, KE0GKF. I'm located in Omaha, here in the middle of the country, where it's just 7 o'clock hour now. You know, a horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course. And that, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr. Ed. Let's continue on. Right now, we got a couple left on this list. Let's go to Scott in Eastville, California. 6 CAR. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, Jeff and Vic. Everybody on the brew this morning. Happy Friday. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend coming up. And yes, I have ridden a horse. It's been a couple years, but I have. N6 CAR. Back to you, Jeff.
All right, Scott. Sounds good. You know, donkey, I'll tell you, I'll accept donkeys, too, if you've ever ridden a donkey. Let's go to KQ8U, Bob in Ecorse, Michigan. How you doing?
How you doing, Jeff? Vicky, I had been on horses before, donkeys, too. It's been maybe over 40 years. It's car show. That's it. It's down on a cruise today. Recovering from being in the hospital. I don't know how much longer it's out there in the heat, but everybody have a great day. KQ8U, best net.
Yeah, it's been a long time for me too, Bob. Probably about that or longer as well. I call my motorcycles my mechanical steed. I get on my steed in the morning or in the day during the day. Have a good one, Jim. KD3ATQ.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, and the rest of the brew crew. Yes, I've ridden the horse, admittedly well, but I have made the attempt. Back to you, Jeff, KD3ATQ.
All righty, Jim. Sounds good. Have a great weekend. I'll go 2 more here, and then I'm going to go take a round of radio check-ins. Mike, N8HLN. It's Fun Button Friday, sir. Push it.
Good morning, Jeff and everyone. Happy Friday. Blue skies, 4 degrees here. Answer to the question is, yes, I've ridden a horse before. About 25 years ago, wife and I stayed at a ranch, and well, it's a joke between she says she heard from me was, whoa! So there you go. Everyone have a great weekend at 8HLN.
Good old-fashioned horsepower. Mike, have a good weekend. Let's wrap this list up with John in Oakfield, New York. KD2 OAM.
This is KD2 OAM, John in Oakfield, New York. And yes, when I was young, I rode horses on the farm. I had to sometimes to go up and get the cows. We didn't leave them in the barn. So, yep, I have ridden. So, back to you, Jeff, KE0GKF, KD2 OAM.
All righty, John. Hey, we We made it to the weekend. Enjoy it. There will be a second cup coming up at the top of the hour, next hour. Say good morning to Bill and Vicky as we wrap up the week. And stay connected. Keep your repeaters connected if you can, and your nodes. And stick around for the second cup, because it is Friday. We are ready for another round of check-ins right now. Please come. Twice and slowly for Vicky.
Whiskey 5, Delta, Bravo, Sierra. Whiskey 5, Delta, Bravo,
Sierra. Mike Papa Hotel, K5, Engage Mobile, in and out, in and out.
Kilo 7, Victor Whiskey
Kilo
Papa,
Mike 7,
Mobile.
Charlie Delta
Kilo
Charlie,
7,
and
Victor Whiskey
KM7,
Papa,
CDC,
Mobile.
Benjamin in Tempe, Arizona.
Kilo India 5, Bravo Oscar Golf. Kilo India 5, Bravo Oscar Golf.
Alpha, Juliet, Victor, in and out.
I stepped on somebody earlier. Kilo 7, Victor Whiskey Papa, Mobile. Kilo 7, Victor Whiskey Papa, Mobile.
Kilo Romeo 4, India X-ray Oscar. Kilo Romeo 4, India X-ray Oscar. Check in and out.
Kilo Charlie 3, Foxtrot Golf Delta. Kilo Charlie 3, Foxtrot Golf Delta.
Number 4, Kilo Bravo, Kilo Hotel,
WA, Mobile.
KF8, DIC. KF8, Detroit Rock City.
Kilo Oscar 4, India Hotel Mike. Kilo Oscar 4, India Hotel Mike.
KF0 MHN, KF0 MHN.
Kilo Charlie 2, Uniform Victor, Quebec. All right, I'll grab the reflector. It is 8 past the hour. Let's start from the bottom of the list and move on up. KC2 UVQ Phil, KF0 MHN Bill, KF8 Detroit Rock City Jack, WBPD. Brian, you're mobile on this list. You're going to be first, so stick around and be ready. KO4 IHM Donald, N4KHC John, you were an IO, so thanks for stopping by. KD3AJN Anna, KC3 FGD Ray, KR4IXO Ed, you were an IO. You have a good weekend. Mr. Ed, the horse. KR4GN Chuck, K04PK Row, W2AJV Anthony, you were an IO. Have a good weekend. K5BOG Mark, K7VWP Mike. Say there are a couple more mobiles here, as well as you, Brian. As I said, you were first, so we're going to get to them too. K7VWP Mike, you're mobile. KM7CDC Benjamin, K5MH Michael, you're an IO. Have a good weekend. W5DBS David, you're actually the first mobile on the list. You're going to be first. N2VLK Jeff is at the top list. But let's do the mobiles. They're out there moving about. David in Houston, Texas, W5DBF. Good morning, David. We're talking about horses. Have you ever ridden one? David, over to you.
Great big Texas howdy to everybody on the Brew Crew. Ridden horses most of my life. We even owned some horses at one time. Getting too old now to get up on one of them, but sure. This is W5DBS, David in Houston, Texas. Back to the net.
Sounds good, David. Yeah, I would think Texas and horses go hand in hand. Let's go to Mike in South Ogden, Utah. K7 VWP.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, this is Mike, K7BWP. I have ridden horses. Back to net, K7BWP.
Sounds good, Mike. Our last mobile station on this list is Brian in Warren, Michigan. W8BPD. Brian, push the fun button.
Yes, I have ridden horses. That was in my younger days. I stay wise and ride stuff that doesn't want to fight me, and I stick to my motorcycles. Everybody have a great day. Back to net control, W8BPD.
Yeah, and I call them my mechanical steed, my motorcycles. I think I said that earlier. Have a good one. I stick to my motorcycles, too. Let's go to the top of the list for regular check-ins now. LK Jeff, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm not sure if I'm making enough mobile out here. I'll answer the question. Yes, I have ridden a horse. Everybody have a good day. BLK Mobile.
We didn't have you down as mobile, Jeff, but you were right after the other mobile, so you were right there at the top of the list. Yeah, we heard you. You're a little bit fuzzy, but we got you. Great weekend. Benjamin in Tempe, Arizona, KM7 CDC. Good morning.
Good morning. This is Benjamin, KM7CDC. Yes, I have ridden horses. Thank you for taking the net. KM7CDC back to net.
Alrighty, Benjamin. Sounds good. Have a good one out there in Arizona. It's 12 past the hour. Over to you, Mark, in Spring, Texas. KI5BOG.
Good morning, this is KI5BOG Kissbog. Yes, I had the blessing of cousins with horses, so I got to ride, but not have to do the work. Back to you. Good morning, everyone. KI5BOG.
Just trying to get in there. Mark, have a good weekend, sir. We'll talk to you later. Let's go to Row K04PK. What's going on, Row?
Crew, looks like a beautiful day so far. Ridden a horse a couple of times. Pretty uneventful, but that's okay. Have a great field day for those of you participating, and everybody else have a great weekend. 7-3 from K04PK Mobile.
Row, sounds good. Uneventful, I would think, would be good on a horse. Instead of the alternative, you know. Have a good morning. Chuck in Raleigh, North Carolina, K4RGN. Chuck, what say you?
Good morning from K4RGN. The answer is yes on my grandparents' dairy farm. Everyone have a great weekend.
And after the ride, you can have a nice, tasty glass of ice-cold milk. Have a good weekend. Ray in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania, KC3FGD.
Hey, good morning, Jeff, Vicky, everyone on the brew. Yeah, my wife and I went horseback riding. I think it was back in the 60s sometime with a group of people. A lot of fun. Hey, everyone, have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. That's
Hey, Ray, you do the same. Good talking to you. Past the hour, we're sending it over to Anna. Good morning, Anna. KD3AJN. You ever been on a horse, Anna? Good morning.
caller this morning. Yes, I've ridden a horse. Everyone have a great day. KD3 HAN.
Sounds good, Anna. You have a good weekend as well. My name is Jeff, KE0GKF. Log, of course, KE8VKY, and of course, again, in 45 minutes at the top of the hour will be the second cup with Bill and Vicky. So stick around and say good morning to them, would you? Let's go to Donald in North Carolina, KO4IHM.
Good morning to everyone on the Brew Crew. Hadn't been able to check in a while. We had the day off from work, but no, we've never ridden a horse, but when my grandson was about 7 years old, my father-in-law had a donkey, and we were outside, and my grandson hollered, and he was riding the donkey around in the yard. Hope everyone has a great weekend. KO4IHM.
You know, you gotta love a donkey. Have a good one, Donald. We'll talk to you later. Jack in Rochester, Michigan, KF8, Detroit Rock City. What's going on?
Jeff, good morning, Vicky, and all. Yes, I have rode an Amish horse with a wagon. KF8, Detroit Rock City. And thank you for running the net, Jeff.
All right, Jack. You have a good one. Always good hearing you out there in the morning. Let's send it to one of our, somebody on the East Coast Reflector team. Bill, morning, KF0, MHN. We're talking horses.
Hey, Jeff, sounding great as always out there today. Yes, I've ridden horses quite a few times in my life. One thing I don't want to do anymore, getting a little bit older, want to be a little bit more safe here in life. But anyway, have a great day. Brew Crew, have a great day as well. MHN.
Yeah, I agree with that, Bill. Broken bones are not necessarily a good thing. And here I preach that, and I'm riding motorcycles still. Sport bikes in my 60s. Crazy. Bill, have a good morning. Sending it over to Phil in New York, KC2, UVQ.
Well, on the morning brew, yeah, I've ridden horses a few times, and I just kind of dawned on me, considering that I was brought up in one of the 5 boroughs in New York City, I'm surprised I actually ever did ride a horse, but yeah, I've had a few chances. KC2, UVQ.
All right, sounds good. Hey, have a good weekend ahead. We've got Bill, Doug, Kenny, Frank that all came in via the text line. Let's add to that right now. Vicky's adding a couple others as I speak here. NW4Q, Jim, she just got you on the log too as well by the text line. Let's add to that with some radio check-ins. Get a nice long list going. My name's Jeff, Vicky's on the log, and we are ready. Bring them on, twice and slowly.
3 Kilo Delta 3 Charlie X-ray Echo, Bob, Scranton, Pennsylvania.
W2 KJV. W2 KJV.
Okay, well, we'll just go with this then. W2KJV, Tony. KD3CXE, Bob. NW4Q, Jim. KC2JPQ Frank, KC5 CZX Daryl, WW0N Kenny, W8CLG Doug, and VA3YBS. And that's you, Bill. You're up first. Bill, up in Canada, hey, what's going on? You ever ridden a horse? Good morning. VA3YBS. Bill, we're trying once, twice. Bring it on, you out there. Put Bill in as an IO for now. You can always check back in. Down to Florida, Doug Sasa, ACLG.
This is WA8CLG. Good morning, everybody. And no, I have not ridden a horse. I've not had that pleasure. They kind of intimidate me, their size versus my size. So, but Jeff, I do remember Mr. Ed. Anyway, everybody have a good day and a good weekend. And good morning, Tony. Back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, straight from the horse's mouth, the talking horse, Mr. Ed. Yeah, that was a long time ago. We're showing our age. Doug, have a good morning. Kenny in Germantown, Maryland, WW0N.
Well, good morning, Jeff, Vicky, and everybody else on the Brew Crew. Happy Friday. Yes, I have. I was a country boy, farm boy down in Tennessee before I joined the Navy. So, yep, ridden many horses. This is WW0N back then.
Station had the ID there. Okay, Kenny, sounds good. Hey, and thanks for stopping. If you want to join us in the Zoom room, you just go to our website, eastcoastreflector.com. You just put that in your URL, in your browser. You scroll down to the bottom of the page. There's a tab that says Zoom room. You click on it, you whisked away and visit us this morning in the Zoom room. Let's send it to Daryl. 85. See that.
Well, good morning, Jeff, and the rest of the brew. Yes, I have. It's been a really long time, but yes, I have. Back to net, KC5CZX.
Yeah, definitely been a while here too, Daryl. Hey, have a good weekend. In New York, KC2, JPQ.
Good morning, Mr. Fun Button. And Jeff, how you doing today? Vicky and everybody listening to the brew, have a good morning also. Yes, our church youth group, we used to go probably once a month, horseback riding, campfire, cookout, that stuff. It was kind of fun. It was fun. And that's about it. Today I think I'm just going to get some yard work in between the rain and see how the weekend goes. So have a great weekend, Jeff. I'll talk to you Monday. And KC2JPQ, back to the net.
The yard work done, you can kick back with the cold one, sit there and stare at it and watch it grow and do it again, right? No, that's half the fun. Enjoy it and enjoy your Jim in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, NW4Q.
To the main man this morning, the answer is yes, and I've been thrown too, Jim.
Jim, did you say you've been thrown too? Well, hopefully no broken bones. Have a good one. Bob in Dunmore, PA, K3 CXE. Hey, Bob, you're our lucky 100th check-in of the day. It's your day. You're the man. What's going on?
Good. This is Bob, KD3, CXE, calling from somewhere in Spring, Pennsylvania. Overcast, 65 degrees, and muggy, but the weekend, kind of get ready. But I have ridden a 3 a.m. I had a riding table, so I've been on a horse. So I hope you all have a good weekend, and KD3, CXE, back to the control.
Alrighty, Bob, thanks for coming in over the digital bridge and being our lucky 100th today. Have a good one. One of our team members, Tony in Homosassa, W2KJV. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Vicky. Everyone on the Morning Brew. Special hello to my friend Doug. Haven't been on a horse in many, many moons, but yes, I have ridden in my younger years, and I even remember Mr. Ed's owner, Wilbur. Back to you, Jeff. You sounded good today. W2KJV.
Wilbur. Yeah, I remember that, Tony. Have a good morning. Joe in East Islip, K2AP.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, and everyone on the Brew Crew. No, I never rode a horse. I don't think I'd ever want to anyway, but they make nice pets. Anyway, have a wonderful day, everyone. It's 70 degrees and light rain in East Iceland. K2AP, back to net.
Yeah. Time, expense, money, land, everything to take care of a horse for sure. Have a good one, Joe. Hey, Sal has joined us in the Zoom room here a couple of minutes ago. There he is. There's his pretty face. He's on the list here. Let's go to him right now. One of our team members. Good morning, Sal. W2SAL.
And Jeff, Miss Vicky, you can put me down for a quick yes. But Jeff, I gotta tell you, no matter how I try to be that 100th caller, you always stick me somewhere and I don't like it. I know, I'm watching you in the Zoom room. You stick it to me every time, or you hand me off to somebody else. But go ahead and do your victory dance. With that, I'm going to send it back to Net Control. Everyone have a great weekend, and those local in the Western New York area, look up AG2AA for field day. We're going to be out there. I'm going to be heading out soon. W2SAL, back to Net Control. Stay safe, everyone, and talk to you on the HF side. W2SAL clear.
Oh, look what Vicky just did to the log on you there. Look at that. 100. Oh, you cheater, Vicky. Cheater. You crazy. Let's go to Mike and Sal. Good seeing you this morning, man. Have a good one. Mike. K6AAN. Push the fun button. Try it again. Hey, Mike, you still with us? No, she flipped it back. You weren't 100. You aren't 100 now. You're 103, Sal. Sorry about that. You're out. AAN, Mike, we're trying once, twice. You still with us?
Oh, good morning to the Brew Crew. Handheld on the wrong line there. This is Mike in Valley Springs, K6AAN, and affirmative. Rode quite a few times when I was younger. I was sure to stay off them now. You get old, that's a good way to get hurt. Back to Net Control, this is K6AA.
watch them dual PTT-HTs. Yeah, those UV82, maybe that's not it, but I have a few of those. You push they got dual PTTs, and you have been on a local repeater or something, and then you're wondering what's going on. Have a good one. That ends this list. We're ready for another round of check-ins. I'm Jeff, KE0GKF. Vicky, of course, doing all the heavy lifting in the background, KE8VKY. Come twice and slowly right now. It's 30 minutes past the hour.
Kilo Bravo 8, Papa Lima Victor, KB8CLV, Chris.
W2PUT, Whiskey number 2, Papa Uniform Tango Mobile.
Victor Alpha 3, Yankee Bravo Sierra, recheck.
Alpha Delta 1, Delta Alpha. Alpha Delta 1, Delta Alpha. Mobile. Kilo Romeo 4. Lima Romeo.
Alpha Echo 7 Mike Romeo, Alpha Echo 7 Mike Romeo, Junction City, Oregon.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Golf Oscar, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Oscar.
He's in and out.
Kilo Juliet 5, Papa Golf Delta. KJ5, Papa Golf Delta.
Kilo Charlie 2, Kilo Hotel Tango.
Okay, I always like to put a pause for the cause there, make sure I've exhausted everybody on the from the bottom up. KC2, KHT, Henry. KJ5, PG, it looks like a new station. Aaron, if that's incorrect, you can to you. W5MHG Mark, KF8, GO Chris, AE7MR Terry. We had a station with a KR4LZ. You got a question mark on it. You were a little bit fuzzy. KR4LZ. Correct that for us. Okay, that station we were calling for, we didn't get any of you. We got maybe a quarter of a second of your transmission. I'll tell you what, I'm going to come back to you when we get to you on the list. Try and improve your signal. Do whatever you need to do. You got a few minutes. Moving up the list, 81DA. Looks like a new station who's mobile. Leon. KQ4 WB5ITT Chris. VA3YBS Bill, you're a recheck. I'm going to do you after the mobiles because nothing more frustrating than having to check and wait again. W2PUT Dan, KB8PLV Chris, you're mobile, and K4IT Leo at the top of the list, who is also mobile. Good morning, Leo in Fort Lauderdale. The question is, have you ever ridden a horse? Leo, good morning.
Morning. Good morning, Jeff. Nice to hear from you. Good morning, Vicky and everybody from the beautiful Fort Lauderdale. 85 degrees this morning and thunderstorm. Yeah, humid thunderstorm. Still, we don't do. And yes, a few times I love horses, but not lately because my back is not really helping me a lot. But yeah, I do love horses. Everybody, great weekend. K488. Back to you, Jeff.
All righty, Leo. Just waiting for the digital bridge up there was keying. Have a good morning. Always good hearing from you. Chris, who's also mobile in Novi, KB8 PLV. Chris, bye.
Good morning to everyone listening. Thanks for running the net and keeping us all organized. Put me down for yes. Rode horses and youth group and really enjoyed it. Big animals, awesome creatures to behold, and I appreciate all those who care for horses. Everyone have a good head. This is KB8 PLV back to net.
Well, we are getting some key ups on the digital bridge. Whoever that is, if you know who you are, might want to stop doing that. So we take it offline. Let's go to Bill. Bill, I want to go to you because, well, Bill, you're up next. I want to go to this other station, mobile, 81DA, if we got that correct. You look like a new station if we've got the call right. 81DA. Good morning. Well, I'll try it again. 81DA. We didn't get much there. Try it one more time. Well, that 81DA station, we get like a quarter of a second of your transmission and you're out of there. Try again later if you can fix that. Let's go to, let's see, I want to go to our recheck station. Bill, I don't want to keep you hanging all again through a whole list. VA3YBS in Canada, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff, and thanks for moving me up the list there. I'm not sure what happened. I tried to come in by the radio earlier, and it seems like you couldn't hear me, so I've switched over to Echolink. I wanted to answer this question because horses have been a big part of our lives here for many, many years, and so yes, I've ridden a horse in the past, and when my wife got married, she came with a horse, and we now have about a dozen of them. And but they're little miniature horses. We've gotten away from the bigger horses, so we don't ride them, but we do hitch them up and drive them. And they're a lot of fun. And we've also got a donkey as well. So anyway, thanks for letting me back in there, Jeff. 7-3, this is VA3YBS.
Bill, that is so awesome. A dozen horses and a donkey. You know, to have the time, the effort, the patience, the land, the food, and the love that they require for sure. Have a good one, Bill. Let's see where we're at in the list. Is Dan, one of our team members, PUT? Good morning, Dan.
Well, good morning to you, and happy Fun Button Friday. We're through Saline, Michigan right now on our way up to Ann Arbor. We're doing a couple things at one power site. Works morning here in Michigan. To answer the question, yes, it's been a few years, but I think the last time was during my youngest 6th grade camp. Though I always enjoyed going to camp as one of the chaperones with the kids. Not something I do very often, but we've ridden a horse a handful of times. Enjoyed it every time. Definitely get to UT Mobile.
Alrighty, Dan. Always good hearing you, and motor safely as always, sir. Chris in Beaumont, Texas, WB5ITT. Good morning.
Good Friday morning, TGIF, sir, and as a good friend of mine, Charlie Wooten down in Florida would say, happy Friday to all you. Better keep it clean. Anyhow, in the words of Buford T. Justice, you understand. Oh yeah, I've ridden horses, grew up riding them. We had several on our farm over in Louisiana.
while also raising Black Angus cattle. Well, that was always fun. In fact, out riding one day with my dad and mom. Dad was on a colt, mom was on our mare, and I was on a rental, and our mare got jealous of the one I was riding, kicked it right in the front shins, went jumping up and down like a bronco buster, and Dad's yelling, hang on to the saddle horn, and so much for that. I did a figure 8 in the air and landed, and Dad said it sounded like a 22 going off as my wrist was broken. Ended up in a cast for about 4 months. Oh, that was loads of fun. Especially them having to re-break it every couple of times because it didn't set right. Miss riding horses, though. Love those animals. Hope everybody has a good day. We may see y'all on the second cup shortly, WB5ITT.
Buford T. Justice, yeah, the Bandit. What a great old show. Have a good one, Chris. There it is, 41 minutes. And just like Chris reminded us, the second cup in about 20 minutes or so. And say goodbye to Bill and Vicky. So stay connected. Joe, KQ4YYN, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Jeff. Always good to hear you out there, and Mrs. Vicky as well. Good morning to everyone. I've ridden a horse, and I used to roller skate, and I don't do either one of those anymore. But everybody have a great day. Back to the net. Mr. Jeff, you do a great job as always. KQ4YYN.
Yeah, it's the deleterious effects of all this caffeine, Joe. Keeps me going in the morning. Have a good morning. Let's try this station again. One more time. 81DA with us. Well, I thought I'd give him another go there. Let's move to AE7MR. Terry, what say you?
Echo 7 Mike Romeo, yes, we had horses on the ranch. We still have 200 acres of the 4,000 acres that I had, that my dad had when I was a kid. We had horses there. I also applied for a horseback packing guide job near Sister, Oregon, and he told me that I was the best horseman he'd had for 3 days, and he said he couldn't hire me because I hadn't been on a horse for 25 years. Out there, Echo 7, Mike Romeo.
An experienced horseman. Wasn't that the show, too? The Horseman. Yeah, the guy with the, or that was a rifleman. I'm confused. Terry, you're a little bit fuzzy, but we got you in there. Have a good morning. KF8EGO, Chris. Over to you.
Hey, good morning. This is Chris, KF8EGO. I hope everyone's having a great day and has a great weekend as well. Yes, I've ridden a horse on vacation a long time ago, so I haven't been around any horses recently, but hope everyone has a great weekend. I'll send it back to Net, KF8EGO 73.
Chris, have a good well. Thanks for stopping by. Let's head to W5MH3G. You and Gracie. Has Gracie ever been on a horse? Good morning, Mark.
Well, good morning, W5MHG with 61 degrees in the backyard. She has not, but she's barked at one. We've been on a horse, and the wife has too. Appreciate it. W5MHG, and we hope that text line stays on the horse.
All righty, Mark. To you and yours, and give Gracie a piece of peas, and have a good weekend. K5PGD. Looks like a new station in Denver City, Texas. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning to everyone on the Brew Crew. The question, yes, I have ridden a horse. It was when I was a child. We had family, extended family, who owned and took care of horses. So, but other than that, I hope everyone has a great day, and thank y'all for having me. KJ5, Papa Golf Delta, 7-3.
Hey, Aaron, you're a new station, too. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the East Coast Reflector and the family. And stop on by more often. Check us out at eastcoastreflector.com. Wealth of information. And you have a current email on QRZ. If you can update that, we pull our information on the log and such from that. So we'll send you a welcome letter if you can update your email address. Welcome to the family. Check in more often, Aaron. Have a good weekend. Let's head to Henry, KC2KHT.
Morning, this is KC2KHT, Henry, east side of Long Island, New York. And as far as I can remember, no, I'm about 453 years old. Well, I can't remember all the way back to the old days, but as far as I can remember, no, I've never been on a horse. Back to the net, KC2KHT.
Alrighty, Henry. Have a good weekend, sir. We've got Florin, Chuck, Carlos, John, Leon, Recheck, and Donnie. All came in via the text line. Florin, then I'm going to ask for radio check-ins to ask that, to add to that, but I think Florin is mobile, so let's get to him right away. Florin, good morning, K5YNU.
Good morning, Jeff, Vicky, everyone on the Morning Brew Crew. Oh, yes, sir. Horses were part of my very young life. Yeah, it brings back memories. Back to the net control, everyone. Have a blast day. K5YNU Mobile.
Alrighty, Florin. Safely out there. And again, the rest of the check-ins I just announced, let's add to that with the round of radio check-ins. It's 48 minutes past the hour. Let's get a list going.
Kilo, Quebec 4, Oscar, Romeo Kilo, KQ4, ORK in the mobile.
84, ONH, Kilo, Foxtrot 4, Oscar, November, Hotel in the mobile.
Kilo, free, Foxtrot, Sierra, Tango, check in, check out.
Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie. Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie.
KD2QQV, Kilo Delta 2, Quebec Victor, Kilo Delta, Quebec Victor Donald.
Kilo Romeo 4, Mike Whiskey, Kilo Romeo 4, Mike Whiskey, in and out this morning.
November 3, Mike Delta Charlie. November 3, Mike Delta Charlie, pedestrian mobile.
Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Romeo Whiskey. Kilo Quebec 4, Oscar Romeo Whiskey. Ray, in and out.
November 2, Indian. November 5, Indian Tango, in and out.
Okay, I've got the Reflector. Got a good list here. N2 PIT. Kenny, you were an IO. Hey, thanks for checking in. KQ4 ORW. Ray, looks like a new but you said it in and out. Welcome to the East Coast Reflector. Update your email if you would on QRZ. We'll get N3MDC. Michael, you're mobile. R4MWW. Mark, you're an IO. Have a good weekend. 82QQV Donald. Let's see. P4VW Milton. D8PIC Bob. VK3F Sam. Have a good weekend. KO4ONH Paul, you're mobile. KQ4ORK Barry, you're mobile. KM4CTB Donnie. 81DA, looks like you did a recheck. New station. Again, we'll get to you here. N2F John. N1. Let's do the mobiles first. KQ. We're talking horses. Have you ever ridden one, Barry?
Good morning and a happy Friday to everybody on the net. I was definitely blessed as a young child, around 12, to be sent to an equestrian camp for weeks where I had my own horse. I've been kicked, I've been stepped on, I've been bit. I still have a love of horses and ride anytime I can. And on another note, just sharing prayers and thoughts out to Dick. Hope everything is well. 73, back to net control. Everybody have a great weekend. KQ4ORK in the mobile.
Thank you, Barry. Our thoughts and prayers are definitely with Dick, for sure. You have a good weekend. Next mobile.
Good morning. Paul, Gainesville, Florida, KO4ONH. Yes, I read horses, but it's been a long, long time ago. Back when I was very, very young. Roger.
Alrighty, Paul. Yeah, same here. When I was much younger, for sure, when I was a child, too. Yeah, same way. Have a good one. Most safely, our next mobile station, N3MDC. Michael, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff and everybody. Brooker. Jeff, first of all, I'd like to tell that here, please keep one of our local hams here in Winston-Salem in your prayers. His dad passed away recently. We talked about it on one of our local nets here, so please keep one of our local hams in your prayers if you could. As far as your question, Jeff, yes, a friend of mine from school had horses, and yes, I've ridden a horse. And everybody enjoy a field day tomorrow. N3MDC, back to you, Jeff.
Alrighty, thoughts and prayers for sure. Have a good weekend. Let's go to, let's see, I think we've exhausted the mobile stations. Well, there's a station, D1 recheck. Looks like a new station. You're with us this time, 81.
Hello, good morning. 81DA, my old call sign was Kilo Juliet 5, November Zulu Alpha, Doug from Hutto. And the answer to is yes. I've done that mostly when I was younger, and recently, like last year in big bands, I was not as much. We had to follow the other horse in front of us in line, so it was not fun at all, but it was okay. 81DA, back to net.
Sounds good, and we have a good one. Glad we got you this time. Let's see. There's 81DA again in the list. I'll kill that one and that one. Let's go to Rob KR4L. Robert, you still with us? Going once, going twice, KR4LXZ. Not hearing anything from Robert. We'll put him in as an IO this morning. Robert, have a good weekend. Let's go to Chuck, W2EM. What's up?
I've ridden this a number of times. Not a horse person. They're big animals, and I don't trust them, but they are nice, and I've had some good fun with them. One I wish I hadn't ridden was my cousin's quarter horse. Went around a tree, and I almost went flying off. I didn't know that the damn thing was going to make a turn, but it did it on itself. So, I'm about halfway over, but I managed. But they're good. They're good, but I just don't trust them. Back to net, W2EM.
Well, yeah, they are animals for sure. Chuck, have a good weekend. That's why we can't trust humans, right? Have a good one. Carlos in Hollywood, Florida. Good morning, N1CBM.
Morning, Jeff, Vicky, and everybody else. It's Friday. That means the weekend is upon us. Weather, it's good for now. Afternoons are going to be bad in summer down here in Florida, but you all know that. You all know that. Horses, I grew up around them. I was one of the lucky few that I grew up around horses, and I could breed and ride them, no problem. Style to Western. And 1 CBM, back to you, Jeff. Have a great weekend.
Sounds good, Carlo. Stay cool down there. Weekend. John in Mystic, Connecticut, N2FYA. N2F, going once, going twice.
Yes, we have rode a horse on the trail, but I've owned a mini horse for many years, but of course I'm not going to ride on a mini horse. But the answer to that is yes. So we'll turn it back to Ned. Everyone have a good weekend, and best wishes to both.
All righty, John. Yeah, those mini horses, aren't they just the cute thing watching them run around? Funny little horse. You have a good one. Let's go to Donnie in Jacksonville Beach, Florida, KM4, CTB. Hey.
Put me down as a yes. It's been a while, about 25 years, best I can recall. Rode horses on the foothills of Mount McKinley on the Alaska trip was the last time. It's been a while. Thanks for doing Net. Have a great weekend. KM4 CTB, back to Net. Hey.
Ringing over nothing always if you hear that. Bob in Sylvania, Ohio, WD8PI to you.
Okay. Good morning to everybody. No, I have not. I don't know whether I'm afraid of them or not because I've never been. I couldn't tell you. I have allergies, so around the hay or anything, but obviously with help, of course, being totally blind and everything, but I'd like to try it sometime. Back to net control. I'm all by myself for the weekend. My roommates went up to Pellston for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to visit a friend. So I am by myself. WD8PIEC, back to net.
All righty, Bob. Well, take care and have a great week. Milton in Shenandoah, Texas, WP4VW. What's up?
¿Qué pasó, mi amigo? Good morning to you and everybody in WP4VW. Yes, I have ridden horses. I miss having a horse. Hopefully down the road we can acquire a piece of land where we can have some animals, including a horse. And with that said, please support the special event stations. We're doing HF in multiple modes, in multiple bands, and we're spending a lot of hours. We're very excited. We're taking your calls. They're QSOs, and we got some pretty cards to be sending out. Back to you, Net Control 73. Have a great weekend. Thank you for what you do. WB4 Victor Whiskey. Adios.
All right, Milton. Have a good time with that, and hopefully it's a success for you. And get some cards sent out. Last on the list, and for the Friday edition of the Morning Brew is you, Donald. Wrap up the net for us, and we'll go into the second cup coming up. KD2QQV. Put a bow on it, Donald.
Hey, how are you, KD2QQV? About 52 years ago, my neighbor, the closest, I'd been to him, I had a horse, and used to go down to the house. He had a makeshift kind of like ranch set up in his backyard. It was like maybe he had like an acre yard with it wasn't that big, but it was big enough, I guess, to keep a horse. They rode a horse, but I sat on a horse. But I never had to say, giddy up and let's go and get out of here. I said that. All right, back to net, KD2QQV.
Well, it's good you sat on the horse instead of the horse sitting on you, Donald. That wouldn't work too well, huh? Have a good weekend. Thanks for wrapping up the net for us. That wraps up the net. Everybody, thank you for checking in. We had a lot of check-ins today. Coming up next, second cup with Bill and Vicky. Bill will put about a 20-second little bit of silence in there for stations that need to connect and disconnect. Stay connected if you can. And important to Bill and Vicky. The second cup is coming up in 20 seconds. 7-3, everybody. This is KE0GKF.
Well, good morning. Until the 26th of June, Friday, we made it through another week. Good job by Roger, Jeff, and Vicky. This is N2BH, Bill and Palmyra, New York. We're doing second cup along with Vicky, KE8VKY. A couple quick announcements. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. for meter net, 7.245. 8 o'clock, youth net. Come support youth. Anybody's welcome. Third-party traffic. Bring children, grandchildren, neighbors, children, whoever. So far we have Bob, KQ8U, via the text line. That is 716-317-905. Or you can text your call at ECR.radio. Now let's see if we have any mobiles. Any mobiles out there this morning? Kilo 5, Lima, Echo, Mobile, K5, LLE, Leslie, Houston, Texas. Victor Whiskey. Whiskey, Papa Victor Whiskey.
Zulu, Sierra 4, Delta.
All right, we'll acknowledge these mobile. Leslie, K5LLE, Joe, KQ4N, Milton, WP4V. Text fine, we have Dan, N2ZW, A2AP. Let's take our mobiles first, and then we'll do the rest. Leslie, K5LE. Good morning. What are you up to this weekend?
Kilo 5 Lima Lima Echo, good morning. I've got a couple of things. Besides field day, I also have what we call a star party. Having worked at Johnson Space Center for many years, we're going to be having where a lot of us bring our telescopes out at night and set them up for the public to look through and have fun. So that's one of the other things I'll be doing in the evening. This is Kilo 5 Lima Lima Echo, back to the net.
Very good, Leslie. It sounds like a busy weekend, and that sounds very interesting. Boy, I don't know many of my constellations anymore, and some nights it's nice just to sit out on the deck. And I hope you have a great weekend. Sounds like fun. Joe, KQ4, YYN, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bill. It's always good to hear you out there, sir. You just bring such a joy to the reflector system. You're always excited. And good morning again, Miss Vic. You know, we were talking about horses on the previous hour, and I remember reading about, was it Chincoteague or wherever they used to swing the horses across from the island to the mainland or something, across the body of water, and I really can't remember the name of it, but I used to read about that all the time. I always thought that was such a fascinating story. And hope everybody has a great weekend. Looking forward to the weekend. It's not raining here in Georgia today or tomorrow, they say. They called for it the other day. We're going to have a beautiful weekend. Everybody have a great day. And back to you there, Mr. Bill, KQ4 YYN in Georgia.
Oh, thank you, Joe. Always good to talk to you, and I know what you're talking about. I can remember that too, but I couldn't tell you where it is or what it's called. And yeah, a few years ago we went down to the Outer Banks for a motorcycle weekend, and unfortunately we weren't in the area where the wild horses run the beaches and stuff. That would have been pretty cool to see. Have a great weekend, Joe. Thank you for checking in. Milton, WP4, good morning.
Mi amigo, it's been a while. I have not been on the second cup, so I just wanted to check in, wish everybody a great day, and making a lot of contacts on HS for the World Cup, the special event station. And other than that, you gotta get back to work. Good to hear from you. Say hi to everybody. Formidable.
Very good, Milton. Nice to talk with you again. And yeah, it's been a little bit. And yeah, I hope you have a great weekend. It should be a lot of fun. And everybody getting out on the air. Hopefully it won't affect the 40-meter net too much tomorrow, but we'll see how conditions are. Have a great weekend, Milton. DS, how are you doing?
And the whole team, sorry, it's been a while. It's all work and no play. It's great to hear the whole team on air again. Everyone have a lovely morning over there. I'm on my way home. My day is finished. So, yeah, it's afternoon here in South Africa. Chilly day, but not too bad. Thanks for letting me in. Miss you guys there, and have a good day. Back to you, Bill. CS4 DB.
Very good, Danny. Glad you could join us. And yeah, it's a little bit, and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening there. Have a great weekend. We have a couple more text check-ins. We have Leo, K4ITA, Dave, WBA-ODF. Let's see if we have any general check-ins out there, and we'll run them all together. Call signs twice.
Whiskey Delta 5, in Alpha India.
Your Mike KD2 GSS.
All right, well, hold up there. Now it's George, 2 GSM. The WD station, could you give us again, please?
Whiskey Delta 5.
It's Whiskey Delta 5 JAI, Anthony. Is that correct? You're breaking up a little bit.
Okay, yes, that is correct. It's Anthony JAI.
Okay, Anthony, we'll get back to you in a minute here. Let's go up to Bob, KQ8U. What have you got going this weekend?
Morning, Bill, Vicky, and the rest of the second cup. This is the downriver Detroit weekend cruise, 4-3 cruise. There'll be a lot involved in that. I don't know how much I'm going to go out there. Medication I'm on, being in the hospital, I can't sit in the sun, but we got our whole car company to be a Ford dealer there, and I got to go get some blood tests this morning. And continued prayers for Dick, and that's all I got going on. Busy enough. Have a great weekend. Thank you, AU.
Well, good weather for it, and should be good. Yeah, I can't take the sun like I used to either. When I'm out mowing lawn or riding a bike or anything, I wear long sleeves and a full helmet and stuff, and yeah, never did tan well. Burn and peel. Have a good weekend, Bob. Take care. Thanks for joining us. Dan, N2ZWR.
Good morning to everybody on the second cup. I just wanted to wish everybody a safe, healthy, happy last week in June, and continued prayers for Dick. Back to net control.
Well, thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. I'll keep them in our prayers, and hopefully it won't be long, and he'll be back. And weekend, thank you for joining us. Joe, K2AP, good morning.
Morning, Bill and Vicky, everybody in the Brew Crew, second cup. Nice to see you on the Zoom room too, Bill. And this weekend, of course, is that will be a problem. It doesn't start at 2 o'clock, so that's about it over here. I'm also a member of the Astronomical Observatory Society of New York, and we're going to do a party, so it's kind of an interesting thing. So that's about it over here. K2AP.
Very good, Joe. Yeah, it does. Shouldn't affect it much. I know our club, they meet together, and we actually have two clubs set up, and the one has an old military trailer with a mast, and boy, it takes like 10 people to set that thing up, so they have breakfast and go set up and then relax before they start.
Second cup. What's on my mind today is, boy, I have got to dust this apartment. I haven't touched it since I went to New York. Came back, oh my goodness. I didn't know it could collect in 10 days like that. This is Dave, WB8ODF, Ypsilanti, Southeastern Michigan.
Very good, Dave. Yeah, I say that all the time. This apartment I'm in here, townhouse, I've never seen a place so dusty. My coffee table, I have a road set up, and that's dusty now. It's cleaned, and man, seeing you twice in a month's time here. Pretty neat. Hope you have a great weekend. K4ITA.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Vicky. Nice to be back in the relaxing second cup. I love it. And we're here for the field day. We're gonna have a nice weekend. We'll have a pizza party at the park at the Gold Coast Amateur Radio Club. We're gonna have a lot of pizza tomorrow. And dinner also Sunday. Yeah, hopefully the weather is gonna cooperate. It's kind of thunderstorm weather this time here in South Florida, especially for others. But I think we're gonna have fun. Okay, everybody, a great day, a great weekend. It's nice to hear you all. And I join my prayers for Dick. I hope he's doing well, and he's doing well soon. Okay, back, Bill. Have a nice day.
Very good, Leo. Yeah, sometimes I wonder if these radio outings are actually about the radio. A lot of good food. Easy to overeat. Have a great week, Leo, and appreciate the prayers. To BH, along with 88VKY, Anthony, WD5JAI.
Good morning to all, and thanks for letting me break in. Before, but I don't think it was this route. But I look forward to field day only to realize that I have a series of concerts coming up on the 4th, so I may be able to participate in it. But the big deal for me, I have a teaching career which began in 1976, and I ended it in May of this year, 2026. So I taught the younger kids and at the college level for 50 years. And so I'm celebrating that right now. That's about all that I have. Back to net.
Very good, Anthony. Congratulations on your retirement. And yeah, how when I went to school, and then my last few years in the police department, they had me work in the schools, and boy, a new respect for teachers with the attitude of the young ones today. It's something else, and hope you enjoy it, and hope you have a great weekend. Thank you for checking in. Let's go to Thomas, KTJS.
Good morning to everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. I've probably never been on a horse, and I'm going to pass it back to you now.
Very good, Thomas. What do you got going on this weekend?
Well, I'm going to be eating most of Leo's pizza at the Gold Coast field day tomorrow at Quiet Waters Park in Deerfield Beach.
Very good. Hope you guys have a good time, and thank you for checking in. George, KB2 GSM.
This is KB2 GSM. Plan is to drive up to Albany. Yes, the Terrace at a field day there at the behest of one of the members. And I'll try to avoid the food because I don't eat much anymore. So everybody on the second cup, have a great time. 73s, and I'm going down to get mine right now.
Very good, George. Yeah, self-control. That's a big thing. Hope you have a great weekend. Appreciate you joining us. Enjoy your second cup of coffee there. Out of this list, let's take some options. Call signs twice.
Bravo 5, India Tango Tango, WB5ITT. KF0MHN, KF0MHN.
R4, BQI, Kilo Romeo 4, Bravo, Quebec, India.
Okay, we'll acknowledge Dave, KR4BQI, Bill, KF0MHN, Ron, KD2WZD, or J, and Chris, WB5ITT. Anybody twice? Let's go to Chris, WB5ITT. Good morning to you.
Oh, good morning again, sir, and everybody else on the second cup. Well, it's been a couple of years since I've operated a field day. My first one was back in the 70s as a, let's see, was I a novice then, or did I wait until I got my general? I think it was after I got my general. This year, I will be operating field day from the house as Special Event Station W5 Charlie /H for the World Cup operations in the Houston setup. I'm looking at maybe trying to get in as, well, I can only operate under one call sign, otherwise I'd also be using W5C/D for the Dallas, but so look for me on 40 meters tomorrow as W5 Charlie /Delta. And one little tidbit, one of the local clubs here, from their clubhouse as a Class A, even though the rules state that you can't operate from your licensed station location, but they claim they can do it because they're using portable antennas. Yeah. I tried contacting AWR headquarters and my division director and our section manager. Crickets. Like the hypocrisy out there. So all you folks operating Class A out in the field with portable antennas, yeah. These guys are trying to get away with something, and they should be ashamed of themselves. And if I were you, I'd play into the league. Anyhow, go have a WB5ITT back to net.
Very good, Chris. Yeah, it's always somebody out there trying to bend the rules a little bit, and we're going to do our club's going to do a POTA thing. The Women's Rights National Park facility isn't too far from us, and in August, I think they're giving us like 3 days, so we'll be switching people, and we'll be doing a POTA activation at the Women's Rights Park, and that should be pretty interesting. Hope you have a great weekend, Chris. And good luck. Thanks for checking in. Let's go to Ron. KD2WZJ. KD2WZJ, Ron, you with us? I might have stepped away. Let's go to Bill, one of our team members. Good morning, Bill. How are you going this weekend? Hey, Bill. Yeah, a little bit going on this weekend. My wife and I are going back to Arizona on Tuesday, so I got to get the yard up and sit on that tractor and cut the grass for a little bit, and then sit here and nurse this hamstring that I pulled the other day playing pickleball. So I can't really do much exercise with that. It's kind of a bummer for me, but we'll just, like I said, we'll just get ready to go to Arizona. We're flying out Tuesday afternoon, so it shouldn't be too bad, about a 3-hour flight, and then we'll come back in 2 weeks and ride the summer out here in Minnesota, which is always a beautiful summer here. So back to you, Bill, and hey, Vic, you're doing well. This is KF0MHS. Very good, Bill. Taking your cool suit with you. I'm sure it's going to be quite warm out there, and yeah, hope you get healed up there and so you can get back on the court. Have a great weekend. Good time out there. Dave, KR4BQI.
Morning, good morning. Yeah, this weekend heading out to do field day as well, like the rest of the people. Out with my friends from POTA Power. We're going to be doing a 24-hour POTA field day activation at Gamble Rogers State Park here on Flagler Beach here. So it should be good times. I think we're going to be live streaming most of it too. So it should be good fun. I'm looking forward to it, and something we've done for the past few years. So looking forward to it, and looking forward to hitting you all up on the radio. This is KR4BQI, back to net.
Very good. Down there, and hope you guys have good fun and good luck. Enjoy the weekend. The text line.
Bill, on the second cup today. Stop by and say good morning. Tell everyone to have a great weekend. 83 AJN.
We appreciate that, Anna. Hope you have always nice to hear you. Have a great day. Now let's try Ron once more. E2WZJ. All right, nothing heard. We're at the bottom of the list. Let's take some more general check-ins. Call signs twice.
Whiskey 1, Sierra Charlie. Whiskey 1, Sierra Charlie, Whiskey Mobile.
MMX K4MX with an H. E5MH Mobile. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo.
There, now just look right. Then we have a list of mobiles to KZ5MH, MX, Patrick, KF8, ESN, and Sean, W1SCW. Well, let's go to Sean. What do you got going this weekend? And good morning.
Good morning, everyone, on the second cup. Don't have much going on this weekend. I know it's field day. Maybe I'll go chase down our ham radio club and see what's happening. I'm a member of the Crossroads ham radio club out here in the Houston, Texas area. CRHRC.org. Link repeater system all across southeast Texas, about 30 link repeaters. But yeah, I'll probably maybe go see what's happening with the field, my own shack, and work the field days. Other than that, nothing else here. It's partly cloudy. Looks like it's going to be another warm one. Anyway, I'll turn it back over to Net Control. Thank you for everything you do. Thanks for running the net, and we'll catch you again down the log. This is W1SCW.
Well, thanks for checking in, Sean. Whatever you choose, hope weekend and good and enjoy it. That's what it's all about. This is N2BH, Bill in Palmyra, New York, along with Vicky, KE8. It's all yours.
Good morning, this is Vicky, K8VKY with Bill, N2BH. And of course for the second cup, it's whatever's on your mind. Next up, Patrick, KF8ESN.
Bill and Vicky and everybody else. Not a whole lot going on out here. We're going to be doing field tomorrow. The local club that I'm part of, the Sandusky Valley Amateur Radio Club here in Northwest Ohio. And we're going to be at a little park about 8 miles away from my QTH. And we hope to have a good time and make some contacts, and we hope we have a big turnout. With that, I'm going to say back to Net. You guys, 7-3, KF8 ESN clear.
Thank you, and have a good field day. Craig, K4MMX.
Can you hear me? I'm breaking my golden rule of never use an HT in a vehicle.
A little bit of a deep bump, but you sound good. Keep going.
Well, I'm at the airport today, doing some troubleshooting. One of the most difficult jobs I've ever done. A technical perspective. And then tomorrow, I've got some commitments throughout the day and hoping to put some time aside in the early to mid-evening to check out at least one field day. So that's all I got going. And thank you, Vicky and everyone else, making this happen. And 7-3, everyone have a great day.
Reagan, have a good weekend. Matthew, KZ5MH.
Morning from Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Not a whole lot planned for field day, I don't think. Looks like we're have some severe weather tomorrow, so I guess there's not going to be a whole lot going on, at least around my QTH tomorrow. So I guess we'll just kind of hang out around the shack and see what we can kick up. If not, we'll just get to fishing on Sunday. So that's pretty much it from us here. And 7-3 everybody on net. Hope everyone has a good weekend. KZ5MH.
Thank you very much, and have a good weekend. Next up is Roger, N4RHE.
Good morning, cousin. Good to hear you. And many happy returns of the day, Bill. November 4, on my mind. I was at a hotel in Orlando, up floors. Around 11 at night, I heard this loud clop, clop. Miniature service guide horse. They are an alternative to guide dogs for people with dog allergies who want a service with a longer lifespan. These strange thing to see at a nice hotel. Remember, field day should be fun. November 4, Rockingham enthusiast. Return.
That has to be a mess to clean up, though. All right. Have a good day, Roger. K8BYU. Alright, you are all broken up. I almost wonder if maybe you don't have a low battery. So we'll come to you in a little bit. And let's get a vet list. This is Vicky, K8VKY with Bill and 2BH. Tiki Martins, twice as slowly, please.
Kilo Golf 8, Julia Lima. Kilo Golf 8, Julia Ohio, and
Kilo 2 Delta Foxtrot Golf.
Alright, we had KG8JL and we had a 2DFG. Can you come back again, please?
Kilo Echo Delta Foxtrot Golf North York.
Alright, we got you in there. We also had Kenny WW0N, and I know there's without any audio. So anybody else? Twice as
Kilo Fox Sierra Tango Victor Kilo 3 Foxtrot. Thanks, Vicky. Have a good day.
Charlie, Quebec. Kilo Alpha 2, Tango Charlie, Quebec.
Alright, well, hold up there. We had KA2 TCQ. Fenwick, we had Gary, any Jason and Ryan. First I want to throw out a few announcements. Bill and 2BH, it's happy birthday to him. Grayson and River will be here. And also, for those of you who don't know anything about W2, Dick was having some health problems. He's going to be out for a few weeks. But as far as I know, he's expected to make a full recovery, so he just needs some time. If you'd like to kind of leave him a message, because right now he's having a hard time using his phone, you can go to ecr.radio, and there's a post on there that you can leave him a message for, and we'll make sure he gets it later. All right, I'm also going to add KJ4ZFM to that list, so let's try going back to Roy, KA8BYU. Okay, we'll put in nothing. T8JL, Jason.
hello.
Vicky and the rest of you on the net here. KGAJL, I was in and out, but I'll say a few words. Thank you, and have a good night, guys. Have a good field day. KGAJL, I'm out of here.
Thank you, Jason. Have a good weekend. Next is Kurt, KE2DFG.
Morning with upgrades to my radio up on our repeater and heard y'all, so I figured I'd jump in. Okay. Out of northern New York and Philadelphia, New York, and I just wanted to check. I'm not even really sure what this is. Over.
Thank you, Kurt. Good to have you. This is the second cup. Follows the morning brew system, our laid-back, relaxed net. And I see you have an email address on QRZ, so you'll be getting a welcome letter soon. It just kind of explains how the system runs and what we've got to offer. But thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. All right, this is Vicky, KAVKY. Next up, Kenny, WW0N.
Hey, good morning, Vicky, and the rest of the folks on the second cup. Not too much going on here, just rain today, and probably just going to do some chores around the house. No big plans this weekend. Just all the fluff going on down these. Just trying to keep everybody's limelight. Anyway, this is WW0N back in Vicky.
I hope you have a good weekend, too. Gary, N8VF8.
Good morning, Vicky and the crew. And I'm just checking out a new radio and a new antenna. So hopefully I can check in from home without using Echolink in the future. And getting ready to go to field day pretty soon. Please check me in and out. N8ZFH, back to net.
Thank you, Gary, and I hope to hear from you soon. Sedgwick, KA2TCQ.
Good morning, Vicki. This is my first time on the net, and I live way up in northern New York, up in Plattsburgh. We're about 20 miles from the Canadian border and about 8 miles from Champlain. So it's I'm on a handheld right now because there's thunder and lightning, and I got all my antennas. And I'll turn it back to net, and thank you very much.
It's good to have you. Your email on QRZ isn't made public, so you won't get an email of our welcome letter. But if you'd like to see it, you can go to ecr.radio/welcome, and it just explains the system, shows everything that we have to offer. It's good to have you, and hope to see you again. Robert, KJ4ZFM.
Well, good morning. Thank you very much for the welcome, Vicky, and I hope Dick and everyone else there gets better. And happy birthday over there. Oh, gosh, I forget the call sign. Anyway, I'd like to just say good morning to everyone, and I don't know, I got some work to do here today. Trying to put up a 25-foot antenna at my QTH for my 10 meters and 11 meters. So got a little work to do today, but thank you very much, and everybody have a blessed day. KJ4ZFM.
You as well, and have a good weekend. This is Vicky, K8BKY with Bill and 2BH, and that's okay. We kind of, any of the net controllers, you can basically call them Bill, Scott, or Jeff. Doesn't even have to be the right person. Happens all the time. All right. We still got about 15 minutes. We'll take some more check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, twice and slowly, please.
November 8th, Victor Tango Uniform. N8VTU. Scott, Equa, Ohio, just in and out.
W3ICQ, Bob, and
everybody's getting ready for this. And I don't mean getting antennas ready. They're picking up the barbecues, getting the food ready. I know how it works. All right, we had NAVP out. Welcome by and welcome to and the B3.
Hi, Vicky. How are you today? Not doing too much today. Wishing Dick gets well quickly. And that's about it. But I just wanted to call in and say hello. W3ICQ and Twitter.
Thank you, and we appreciate it. It's weird not getting text from him throughout the day, but he's having a hard time with his hand, so on one aspect I feel bad of how many emails and texts he's going to have when he can, which is expected to be soon. Alright, we still have plenty of time for anybody that's not out getting ready for field day. Twice as slow, please.
Foxtrot, up here, that's KF8FAF, Chris from 4QMM, KO4QMM. Charlie, Whiskey India, KD6CWI. Ruben, taking a hike in the neighborhood. Good morning, and thanks for doing the net.
82IZ, 82IZ, in and out.
Yeah, Bob, 82IZ, in and out. Ruben, KD6, CWI, Roger, KF4QMM, and first up is Chris, KF8, SAS. How are you doing today, Chris?
It's a field day tomorrow because it's going over to Norwalk, Ohio, for NHRA drag racing. My son mom's a cameraman for sports, so I get free tickets. So that's what we'll do tomorrow and Sunday. And thanks for taking care of the net. You from KF8FF.
Thank you. Kind of enjoy your and controller Roger, KF4QMM.
Good morning again, Vicky. I want to hang out with that last guy. He's got some good view of the racing going on there. Got me jealous. But I had a quick story of the horse, and why I think it's a young man's game. Me, 17 years old, and there was this place you could rent, and we were pretty go for rides. We were cruising down a clay road, just a nice morning talking, and there was a flat fence along the way. Not paying attention to it. There must be a hole in the fence. This little kid come out, probably like 10 years old or something. Hey, nice horses! Horse went 10 feet straight sideways. I looked like the coyote on the Roadrunner and just fell straight to the ground. And I tell you what, 17 years old, I remembered that and felt it. So I had to get my story out there. Happy birthday again, Bill. And we're missing you big time, Dick. Especially in the Zoom room. You got to straighten these people out. KOQMM clear.
Thank you, Roger. And something similar happened to my daughter where the horse got spooked and jumped sideways, leaving her behind. The sound of her hitting the ground, I will never get out of my head. All right, next up, Ruben, KD6, CWI.
KWI. Thanks, Vicky, for doing the net today. And I would like for Dick to get well soon, and hopefully all his health issues be remedied if possible. It happens to the best of us. It happens to me too. Taking a hike in the neighborhood, I think one of the few times I this early before the sun comes out. It's probably 85% cloudy. Sun's going to come out around 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And as for field day, the usual application 8 a.m. in the morning, Sunday. That's 160 meters. Work my way down to 80 and then 40. By the time it's around maybe 7 o'clock, up 20. And then from there, go down to 20, then 15, and then 10, and 6 is open. But are up on certain bands, and I come back to it. And X2. Maybe an average of 170 to 190 to 190 from all parts of the country. DX is very rare. Probably 5 or 10 of them on each contest. We're coming from South America during that time. And I was invited by the club to join. I don't think I would be able to come. Just more comfortable at my home and doing my thing. It's much more peaceful and not too busy. So I'm wishing everyone good luck on field day, starting and wish you the very best. Stay safe as always, 73 KD6.
That was a double.
Had somebody sitting on a mic a little bit, so we got everything, and they're off now. And thank you, Ruben, we appreciate it. Yeah, and the link again, if you just want to leave Dick a message on Facebook, that post is ecr.radio/Dick. This is Vicky, K8BKY, with Bill N2BH. Seconds, twice as slowly, please.
WW. 4WW.
KF0UWE, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Uniform Whiskey Echo, Allen T, South Dakota.
Right. We got 2 people, both new to the net. Actually, we had KF0UWE new to the system. And, of course, we're glad to have you. You'll be getting an email welcome letter. Just explains the system and everything that we've got going on and have to offer. And new to the net is Armando, KN4WW. How are you doing, Armando?
Good morning, Vicky and the crew. It's my first time on the net. I've been listening on and off for a while, and thank you for letting me in. Good morning to everyone from
you, Armando. It's good to have you. Hope that you come back again. Alan, KF0 UWE.
Good morning to everybody. Annette, KF0 UWE. Well, I live in Nebraska, and I'm just down here visiting in South Dakota. But I've been listening to the net for a little while as well, and I just thought I'd jump in and throw my call sign out and say howdy to everybody. Back to net, KF0 UWE.
Thank you, and we're glad to have you. We're here every Friday from 9 to 10 after the morning. And that's the end of that. This is Vicky, KABKY with Bill and 2BH. We have just a few more minutes left if anybody else would like to check in. Now's your chance.
Echo 8, Bravo, XRV, Voice of Brooklyn, no traffic.
All right, we had Ivan and 2 in and out. We had another station at the same time. We had KE8B. Can you come back again, please?
Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Zulu Mike. Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Zulu Mike. Bill, person.
All right, we got you in there, Bill.
Kilo
Last
5,
call, anybody
Oscar
else?
Romeo Delta. Kilo 5, Oscar Romeo Delta, in and out.
All right, we got K5ORD. Thanks for stopping by. Anybody else? Last call.
K5MEL, K5MEL, Austin, Texas, Jose.
All right, we got Jose. First up, Bill, KE8BZM. How are you doing today?
67 EAT. Remote base link off.
TGIF, thank God. Count, Bill, Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Zulu Mike. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by and good to have you. Let me see who that was real quick. That was IRLP 3820, just a reminder. We'd appreciate it if you didn't have your announcements coming across. I think it's quite a bit. Last on this list, and for this net, Jose, KJ5, MEL, how are you doing?
This is KJ5 now, just recuperating from my hand surgery. I didn't think it was going to be so painful, but I stopped medication. So it's getting better, it's healing, and not infected, which is the most important thing. So here I am cleaning the wound and getting ready to keep on going today. I've got a couple of jobs. So I'll be doing that. Have a great day, and everybody enjoy Field Day. Bless you all.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people have a lot of health problems right now. So hopefully everybody pulls through and does well. And wanted to say also Charles, KC6UFM, has been in the hospital, but he should be coming home soon. So prayers and good luck to everybody, and hopefully we can get everybody healthy and back to normal soon. This is Vicky, KEKY with Bill N2BH, returning the reflector back to normal amateur use.
listening to BH, just like to make one quick comment. Our club president just sent out a thing. The Venezuelan government is asking radio operators to keep 7.15 plus or minus 3 kilohertz open for the earthquake effort. Keep that in mind this weekend. And to BH.
And I'm very surprised. I also received that notification myself. We need to be aware of what's going on in the world. Venezuela needs all the help they can get.